You're listening to Between the Fountains, a Kansas City Royals baseball podcast.
Hold on a minute. I can't find the. You're going to have to give me a minute here.
You're good. Very special episode of Between the Fountains tonight for you. This is episode 11. Today is June the 10th, 2026. There's Michael. I'm Bryan. We've been friends for over 40 years. Royals fans since the time we could walk. We break down the Royals from all angles. We give you our honest opinion, maybe not even our sometimes dishonest. We'll cut that out.
You got to start over now. You got to start over.
Let's let it go. We'll give you the highs and lows. That was a low of the season thus far. Let's see. Tonight, first of all, let's go through the standings. So the Royals have actually won 3 games in a row. Michael, were you aware of that? We're on a hot streak.
Very aware.
We're 28-39, tied smack dab with the Detroit Tigers for last place. So I'm not saying we're in last place because the Tigers are with us. So we are currently 7.5 out, but amazingly only 4.5 out of the wild card. So we might get to that in a second here. But yes, we've won 3 games in a row. Cleveland's lost 4 in a row. The Twins have lost 3.
Yankees.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they lost today too. I think.
Today. Yeah.
And the Twins have lost 3 in a row. And what everybody wants to know is, what are you doing as we're doing this podcast right now, Michael? You want to share with the...
Everett, we're going out of town here Saturday, so we don't have much food left in the fridge. So I'm eating eggs. I made me some eggs.
You're down to the eggs? That's it?
Yeah, down to the eggs. That's all we got in the fridge.
Can you put your camera to show, do you have the pan going and the whole bit?
Well, I did have. There's my eggs.
You already made the eggs. Oh, okay. I thought we
already made them.
There we go. That's kind of what a cooking show would look like. So that's very nice. Yeah. We're trying to grow the channel. Maybe we'll start doing that. Talk baseball, cook some eggs, I don't know. So anyway, if you're new to the show, our goal here is to provide you with a unique forum. First of all, I didn't give you our topics yet. So let me back up here. So topic number 1 tonight, are the Royals at this point buyers or sellers? We'll get to that one in a minute. The downtown ballpark is back in the news again. We'll see what Michael thinks about that. The 2026 All-Star ballot is out. I'd like to go through that for a minute. And I'm going to throw Michael a little curveball here for the last topic. The last topic, we're going to look all the way till 2027. And I'm going to have Michael predict what Royals will be on the 2027 team. Okay. So anyway, those are our topics tonight. So if you're new to the show, our goal is to provide you a unique forum for Royals fans to hear what we think, but we also want to know what you think. Right now, you can leave a comment here on the YouTube channel in the comments section, and we will do our best to address your concerns. Michael, do we have a sponsor this evening?
Yes, we do have a sponsor. Our sponsor is Christian Brothers Roofing, called Kyle Cotton, Christian Brothers Roofing, for all your roofing needs. They're located in Gladstone. Please look them up on Google, Kyle Cotton, Christian Brothers Roofing.
All right. I think everyone wants to know, what did you add to those eggs? Like I saw
just pepper. Very plain tonight. Just a little pepper.
Little pepper, is that it? Okay.
That's it. Real plain tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pepper. Nothing else.
And you want to share with our viewers why you were going or where you're going out of town here very soon?
We're just going on a cruise, courtesy of State Farm, Spain, Italy, and France. Royal Caribbean cruise. It'll be our first cruise.
Is that right?
For my wife and I. Yeah, that'll be fun.
So you're going to the birthplace of one Vinny Pasquantino? I don't think he wasn't born there, was he? He just...
his heritage, yeah.
Yeah. So how many generations back was actually born there, do you know, of the Pasquantinos? We'll research
I'm not for sure. Yeah, we'll research that. We'll get back to our research.
His great-great-grandfather was born in Italy. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not sure if that's true.
I think it is true. I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. All right. So anyway, let's get to our 4 topics tonight. So topic number 1, I think I know your answer to this, but they have won 3 games in a row. Are the Royals buyers or sellers at this point?
Well, at this point, we don't want to, throw everything out. We got to push the reset button. So we're going to be sellers. I think that we will probably trade either one of the three and maybe two, Lugo, Bubic, and Waka. We could see Waka and Seth Lugo go to the Cubs for 3 or 4 of their prospects. So yeah, we'll be sellers, but we're not going to sell out. It's just a reset.
Yeah, I saw Bubic was entertaining. Well, I think somebody said not the Oakland A's. The A's were interested in Bubic.
Yes.
Let's see, where are the A's in the standings right now? Well, they're 3 games under. They're 32 and 35. They're currently in third place. Well, they're only a half game back out of the wild card.
They're where everybody is except for the Yankees, Tampa.
Yeah.
Around
so
5.
I guess they're definitely buyers, I would say. So there's a possibility there. That would be an amazing thing if the A's made it to the playoffs. Oh, phone down.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's going to happen.
Fell.
Okay. So you're saying we're sellers. We have a general manager that hates that term. He did last year anyway.
Yeah. He says that we just need to play ball, play hard, and it's early yet. He's saying we still got to wait for the trade deadline anyway. We're still evaluating, is I think his word. So yeah, I mean, a lot of that's true. We're still evaluating, but we know what we've got for the most part. What are we about? How many games in are we now? Like 72?
What's 29 and 39?
Games, 68.
Okay. So
we're
that's right
68 in, close to 72. Yeah, we'll be 69 or 69 after today.
Right.
So we're not at the halfway point, but we're not far from it. We're knocking at the door. So, which Ryan Lefevre always talks about that a lot, about knocking at the door. It's like, what does that really mean? So we won't go down that road. But at any rate, we're close to the All-Star break. And so we know what we've got. Caglione's really starting to, heat it up here with the weather. 2 home runs last night. Yeah.
Did you see his error in right field though?
But but he has worked super hard.
Oh yes, I know. It just looked awful. I think that was a ball that was hit right at him. And they always say that those are the hardest ones to play.
They are
the ones
hard.
That are,
yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't look good on that play.
He didn't, but he's looked good most of the time out there. Rusty Kuntz spent a lot of time with him.
Right.
And made him into an outfielder. So he's done super good out there. I think he's about even.
Yeah, his defense isn't going to cost us for sure. But it's good to see his bat getting to going again or going. All right, so downtown ballpark again. Apparently, it's not a slam dunk as far as moving down there, at least from what I read. There's something about a group that has accumulated enough signatures to since there's public money involved. I may be paraphrasing. I know I'm paraphrasing this. Since there's some public money involved, they want to put it to a vote to see if the fans are behind, putting that much money into it. Is that what you've heard? Or maybe I have some of the story backwards.
You're pretty close, but it's going to happen. To me, it is a slam dunk. It's either move downtown, Hallmark Field at the K, or we're going to be seeing, the Salt Lake City Royals here in a couple of years. So it's downtown Kansas City or another state. So which would I think most people prefer keep them here in Kansas City.
So really, but all we really know for sure is they won't be playing in the K in 2031, is it? Something like that?
We won't be at the K. Right. Yeah, we won't be at the K. It'll be where they're projecting it to be, at the Hallmark corporate office now, that area.
So the signature thing, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
It's hot air. It's a bunch of hot air, is it? Is that what it is?
It's a bunch of hot air. It's a bunch of bologna sauce.
Is that right? So on the subject of bologna, have you ever heard of anyone taking bologna and then processing it again and calling it something they call it bologna spread, and then they put that on bread? Have you ever heard of that? Since we're a cooking show now, I thought I'd bring that up.
But we would take bologna and cut slices in it and fry it on the stove.
Now but it's bologna. You haven't changed
bread, with Wonder white bread and Kraft cheese and mustard. That was the recipe growing up.
Is that right? Have you ever had Spam before?
We got that from a former first baseman for the Kansas City A's and New York Yankees, Norm Seaborn. That's a blast from the past. That's back to the 60s. His daughter was friends with my sister. She taught us how to make fried bologna sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, true story.
All right. Well, We're growing the algorithm. Maybe that's what should be just the Royals cooking show is what we're going to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The 2026 All-Star ballot is out. So I'm going to run through the list here. Non-pitchers, of course. So Vinny, Massey, McHale, all the names you know. Juniors at short, Salvi, catcher. Outfield is Kaggs, Isaac Collins, and Kyle Isabel on the ballot. And then Carter Jensen's on the ballot as a DH. How many Royals do we see in Philadelphia this year? As far as non-pitchers.
Non-pitchers, 1.
Yes, and he plays shortstop.
Yes, he's a shortstop.
Okay, so nobody else gets sniff at all. Nothing.
I mean, there's an outside chance Mikey Garcia gets in, but I don't think so, but he could.
Yeah. How about our pitching staff?
I would say a potential of Waka and maybe Lynch.
Yeah. Lynch has got some good numbers.
Yeah, real good numbers.
I don't think Urseg's going to make the All-Star team.
That's not going to happen.
Is that safe to say?
That's very safe to say.
All right. Okay, so let's transition now. So get into your looking into the future machine, because I know you have one behind you there.
Okay.
And pull up 2027 this time next year and tell me how many Royals, first of all, are going to be on the All-Star team and who they are for next year, not the one coming up, but next year. How many Royals are on the team? And non-pitchers still, because pitchers is a wild card.
Non-pitchers, I would say 3.
3. So Junior, of course. Junior makes it every year.
Yeah, I think Mikey will have a solid start to next year. Garcia, and then I think that we're going to see a lot more growth progression for the rest of the year for Caglione. So I think Caglione next year will make the All-Star team.
How about Jensen?
Outside chance, but I don't think so.
Okay, so you think Kaggs out of the new one. So we get at least 3 on the team next year, you think?
3 next year, I think. Yeah, for sure. Garcia, Caglione, and Junior.
Okay. See, I think that's something that we could take as positive. So if you look at next year, because I am on the camp that the season's over. I really think it's over this year. But if we can get through the season and we have developed a starting right fielder that you just said is an all-star caliber, all-star, outfielder, and then Jensen's going to be the starter next year behind the plate, and he seems to be getting better all the time. So if you could take those 2 positions and you say we're solid for the next 10 years at those 2 spots based on what we've seen this year, that's positive, isn't it? When you say
that's very positive, yeah.
So is that what we should be cheering for, or you're still thinking we got a shot at the wild card?
Well, this year, there's too many teams to jump over. It's crazy, but the White Sox, they're for real. I've seen them play. They play great defense. They've got a couple guys having career years over there. Vargas he's finally blossomed after like 3 years. He's crushing the ball out of the park. The White Sox, yep, they're for real. They're going to get some pitching at the trade deadline. Too many teams to jump over.
Probably not from us, though, right? We wouldn't trade interdivisionally, would we? No.
Probably not. I mean, you got to remember in 2 years, we may not be in the same division with some of the teams we're in now with the new divisional setup that they're going toward. There'll be new divisions here in a couple of years. So, but we don't know what that looks like yet. So we can't trade, obviously, based on that.
I have not heard that. So where did you hear that?
Jeffrey Passan.
Pronounce his name correctly. Jeff Passan says we're going to have realignment.
Yeah.
In baseball after, is it going to be part of this next whatever collective bargaining agreement or something, or is it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking at 2028, 2029 for that.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah. When they if they get an expansion team in or 2, then that'll create the realignment. That'll hasten it.
So Nashville?
Yeah, good possibility. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right, then. Well, that's going to do it for us. So you want to reiterate where you'll be joining us from for the podcast next week, hopefully?
Yes, podcast on Monday will be from Florence, Italy, and I will probably be eating pasta, of course.
With Vinny Pasquantino's great-great-grandfather?
Yeah, I'll reach out to the Pasquantino family or the Gambinos, one of the 2, and we'll be having we'll be breaking bread together, sure.
All right, that would be awesome. Or a Caglione, if you see a Caglione running around.
Caglione, yeah.
Just grab him, put him on the show, and we'll go from there. So
we'll see what happens.
All right, then. We want to thank you for listening to Between the Fountains, a Kansas City Royals podcast. Well, like I said, our next episode hopefully will be next week sometime, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Go Royals.